You are listening to Six Music. I am Russell Brand. I'm here with Matt Morgan. He's pressing buttons. You alright, Matt?
Yes, very well.
Trevor Cocky-Lock is also here. You alright, Trev?
I have of late lost all my mirth and forgone all custom of exercise.
No, I did a book once. I think I'm better than everyone else. Trevor, you're not better than everyone else. Just going to quote a few words from Hamlet.
Why are you depressed?
I don't know.
Don't be depressed, Trev. It's pointless. We're live! This is a live show. You're listening to Russell Brand live on Six Music. That was cheap stuff from T-Rex. Mark Bolan. I once met a medium. She told me that I had Mark Bolan's ghost as my spirit guide. I think she said this because I arrived at the reading wearing like a sheepskin jacket and loads of beads, no shirt, all long hair, clutching a bottle of booze, saying things like, I'd be willing to pay more if I had Mark Bolan's ghost as my spirit guide. She picked up on that. Very sensitive and intuitive woman she was. So today we're talking about jobs. What sort of jobs might you have done in your life? Perhaps they were good jobs, perhaps they were bad jobs. Tell us about these jobs. We've done all sorts of jobs among us, haven't we? What did you used to be, Matt? A killer?
Yes, a trained killer.
Trained killer. What did you used to do, Trevor Lock? Mop people's undercarriages with a wet tissue?
No, I didn't. I used to sell advertising on the telephones.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not try new telephones? Tired of shouting? Tired of writing letters? Get a telephone. It's by this fella, Alec Grambell. Alec Grambell, clever old clogs he's got on his toot size. So, yeah, tell us about your jobs. We weren't here last week, so it's weird, wasn't it, being pre-recorded? I mean,
Yeah,
the show hopefully didn't suffer too much for it, you know, but it's better to be here live, because now we can go things like, look out the window at the genuine weather, and look at how we're all alive at the same time, doing the same things. It's weird, been proven. We went to, me and Matt went to Cologne to review the Rolling Stones and to meet Keith Richards. Good trip, wasn't it, Matt? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was really good.
Really good. Why are you doing that funny face?
What?
Why are you doing a funny face for?
Just remembering what happened there.
Yeah, I'm remembering what happened as well. For example, there was one bit, right, where we were on the aeroplane.
That's
right?
in the article.
It's in the article. It's an article for Observer Music magazine. It'll be on the 14th. Matt Morgan elected whilst we were sat on the aeroplane. We were sat there in business class. Goes, I've got an itchy bot. I goes, have you, mate?
I don't think I said that.
He did. He said bot. Right, and then sat in the corner. He goes, I've got to do something about it. Right, and then the air stewardess come round with him. Would you like a wet wipe for your hands and face, gentlemen? Matt snatched it like a greedy, guzzling little crow man.
In a minute, I'll tell you the truth.
Wiped his bottom without leaving his seat. Jammed his hand down his back with a little wet wipe, wiped his bum, and then put it back in the packet. That is the way Matt Morgan goes through life.
Because Russell Brand's late for every single thing he's ever going to. We were late. I had to go to the toilet in the airport, a rush, with him going, Matthew, outside the door, under pressure. I hate to have to talk about this on the radio, but he's brought it up. Didn't wipe properly because of Russell Brand. Then we sat on the aeroplane.
Holding your hand.
Sat on the aeroplane. No, because he was banging on the door and I had to just hurry up. Then I sat on the aeroplane and I said it, and I said, I'm going to have to get one of them wet wipes and go to the toilet. And he goes, just do it here. Just do it here.
I didn't think you'd actually do it, Matt.
No, he goes, I'm not going to let you out. Just do it here, go on, just do it here. And he was egging me on. I went, alright, I'll do it here.
Egging being the appropriate word. The stench was unbearable.
There was no stench, it was a very minor operation. Then I put it back in the packet and then stuck it in the chair.
Stuck it in the chair
in front.
That's horrible.
Aeroplane.
You didn't do that. That is unacceptable.
I don't care, Trev.
Well, I know you don't. You're naughty little lout.
Trev, you've been such a good boy today. I think you deserve some delicious fudge. Don't you deserve some delicious fudge? Eat your fudge, Trevor! Would you like some delicious fudge, Trev?
There is no fudge, is there?
Eat your fudge, you ungrateful. He's ungrateful, Matthew. He's saying there's no fudge.
No one believes you.
He's saying there isn't any fudge here when there's
fudge here.
Lots of delicious fudge.
Trevor, in a way, isn't everything fudge?
Isn't it, Trev, if you think about it?
You've lost your mind.
In a way, all things are fudge. Eat your fudge, Trev! Right, okay. Oh, I'll tell you what we'll do, right? You tell us about your jobs you've done. Some people have put up about jobs on the message
I've
board,
got some
don't they?
funny things here.
What, from people?
A very brief thing from someone called Moose Hat.
Moose Hat! How's it going, Moose Hat?
I clean a library, I don't like it.
Moose Hat, you have our sympathy. I wouldn't like to clean a library either. But it's better than cleaning, say, a public lavatory. Or imagine having to clean
your own
an aeroplane. Imagine being an aeroplane cleaner and then discovering that someone has wiped their bottom and left the wreckage of this operation tucked where the magazine and the sick bag were. A sick bag that I had to use because Matt Morgan induces vomit. If you want to tell us about your jobs, text us on 64046 or email russell.brand revolt.6music@bbc.co.uk. Sister, I'll tell you what I am. I'll tell you what I am. It's a blooming poet.
I'm going to think of something revolting that you've done.
Good luck, Matt. Good luck, because luckily I live my life like a perfect gentleman.
All right, what about an Ibiza when you did a stand-up poo in my shower?
For example, I was under the drug umbrella, wasn't very well, can't do with that. Matt's all dressed up today, all pleased as punch, dressed up like little Lord Fauntleroy. Turned up my house going, Where's can I borrow your sea salt hairspray, please? He goes, what are you doing? You on a date? Have you fallen in love with Trevor? Why are you making such an effort? It's radio. It's alright, I'm allowed to dress up, ain't I? I'm allowed to dress up. It's all
I went around his house because he was standing there in his greying little pants. He felt threatened because I looked so good.
I just felt threatened.
I thought it was a cold day today.
Like going to a wedding.
Oh, it was a cold day. I put on some new jeans.
Very nice.
Might as well have had a straw hat
on Friday.
Yeah, I bought these on Friday. T-shirt and a nice coat that you bought me.
Why are you all dressed up? Out of love, and look at how you repay me. Eat some fudge, Trevor!
I just fancied being a bit smart, and then, because of that, and I said, oh, can I use your sea salt hairspray?
What is sea salt hairspray?
It makes your hair like you've just been in the sea.
Is that good?
Well,
of course it is. Everyone looks nice when they come out to sea, don't they?
I can barely tell because he goes, I goes, how do you use it? And he goes, you go, bend over and go, like that.
He done much more
I sprayed it on my hair. He goes, you're using too much. Like that.
He did loads of
I bet it's
more than I
expensive,
said.
that sea salt hairspray.
It is,
He doesn't pay for it, does he? Some bird gets it free.
How dare you? Yes, she does. Let's listen to Morrissey, Sister, I'm a Poet. Come on, it'll cheer us right up. Oh, look at Matt's little face. I'm so sorry. I'm here with Matt Morgan and Trevor Locke. Trevor, where did you just go?
Went to get some water from the water cooler.
Why don't you just stop getting water and gratefully eat your fudge?
I don't have any fudge.
Wrong with
the
you?
fudge is imaginary, the water is real.
Let's make him drink lots of water.
Drink some water, Trev!
No, I'm happy to drink some
Drink
water.
your water, you ungrateful brute!
Very grateful, and I'm thirsty, thanks.
Are you alright today, Trev? You
No.
You might be a bit down in the old dumperoonies.
I'm very unhappy.
I can never tell when Trevor's really depressed or he's just sort of mucking about.
I know, that's because Trevor's got such a strongly developed persona, such a well-crafted facade that one wonders if there is a real Trevor Locke anymore. Is there, Trevor?
No.
Well, we all suspected as much, and I think it's a good job, because the facade one's a proper little twerp, isn't it? At least that'll be easier to dispose of. When Trevor does eventually die and we look at his corpse, we'll just go, there was nothing ever there. Let's just plant some daffodil bulbs in his eye sockets and have a hell of a party! So, we're talking about jobbies. Have you got any interesting jobs on that message board, Matthew?
There's a few things here. Do you want me to go through them, or do you want me to talk about my own job?
No, we want to go through other people's jobs, Matthew, rather than you dressing yourself up like little Lord Fauntleroy or Prince, like some modern-day dandy, and then poncing around talking about your own jobs. That is not what we require from you today. What are you doing? Look, leafing through there like an archaeologist.
Just asked me to read some out. I'm trying to...
Have you found any?
Well, they're very long, a lot of them, and
Matthew,
meandering.
this is the messages from people that listen to our show. It's for these people that we make this show, not for your ego and so you can afford expensive hair products.
Okay, well, Luke, friend of the show...
Friend of the show, Lou.
He worked at Clinton Cards.
Did he? Other cards are available.
That's what he puts here, in fact, in
Does
the...
he?
Yeah.
Well done.
I somehow, and in quotations, reduced a woman to tears.
Right.
It's quite cut and dried if you've done that, isn't it? If he would have seen her crying.
Yeah.
I somehow reduced a woman to tears when she asked, do you take Electron? And he did that Little Britain thing where he goes, computer says no. She hadn't seen it. He got told off. I don't know why she cried about that.
Well, I don't know either.
It's Luke, so he probably did it for about an hour.
Probably did it an hour repetitively and then said to her, why don't you eat some slugs? Or why don't you get a slug and make earrings out of those slugs? Trevor! Have you had any unusual jobs?
Yeah, I have.
What are these jobs? You surely didn't think that I was just conducting a yes-no survey?
I met a guy at university with really long, lustrous hair who claimed that he'd met the inventor of the cure for baldness.
It's not a job, Trevor.
This is just a lie. You met the inventor of the cure for baldness.
Well, he put me in contact with him, and then the former Labour MP, Brian Gould.
Ah, Brian Gould, yeah, the former Labour MP, yeah?
Yeah, who subsequently emigrated to New Zealand.
Yeah, who subsequently emigrated to New Zealand, yeah?
Good job, this, actually.
Yeah, really good job.
I set up in business. They reckon they could grow back hair on bald people by hanging them upside down and changing their diet and reducing their stress levels.
Yeah, what happened?
Someone died.
Someone died. Trevor used it as an excuse to lure Italian girls to live in his house. Why not come and live in my house while I do this follicular experiment? Probably them Italian girls have got hair growing in their cleavages now, you sick warp fiend. What do you put in their tea?
I don't use it anymore. You have to hang upside down by
Does
your
it
ankles.
work,
Why, hang on,
Trev?
were you going bald?
No, I wasn't going bald, no.
Why are you involved in this,
I
Trevor?
just thought it was a remarkable thing for humanity if you could reverse
You're
male
giving a
pattern.
lot of people false hope.
Not at all. It worked.
Trevor, you
Just
can't
very
cure
slowly.
Watch
baldness.
how many emails we get now. Do you know how big baldness is?
What are you talking about, you pair? For God's sake.
How big it is?
Don't I?
It's
Right, okay, I had some jobs once. One of the jobs I used to do was be a postman. It was good being a postman, but it was depressing. What I didn't realise whilst being a postman is that I was actually doing, like, it was over Christmas time and the postmen were all on strike, right? And I'd got this job as a postman, but I was actually unknowingly being scab labour because the post union had gone on strike for probably with good justification. I don't know much about things like that. And like, so I was doing this job as a postman in my normal clothes, right, going around like posting letters in this place called Ockenden near Essex, right? Well, in Essex.
Well, you didn't
near
get a
where I'm from.
uniform?
No, I had to walk around in normal civvies. I mean,
Are you
get a
sure
proper
you were a
bag.
postman?
definitely was a postman. I was posting letters to all people's houses, and I had to go to the post office, sorting office, sort through. They give you a big heavy sack. Really depressing it is, that sack. Carry it, you do. And then like go off around the places, post the letters to each of the individual doors. After a while, I started to think some of these letters I could have them. You know, they weren't addressed to my house or nothing, but I thought, why not? I'm here. I've got all these letters.
You opened other people's letters.
Yeah, some of them were just boring things. Congratulations on the christening. Welcome to your new home. But some of them was genuine money. So that was a really good letter. Or some with some CDs.
You're joking, of course.
No, I did these things, but I've already been in trouble for it, and I've also apologised. I know it's wrong to steal, but I weren't well then. I didn't know what I was doing. I diminished responsibility. So, like, yeah, I did that for a while. And then one day, I stopped off to watch a football match on the rec. I was posting the letters, and there's some, like, men playing football. I thought, I'll stand and watch this for a while. This will cheer old Russ up. Still, I didn't refer to myself in the third person then, but I thought one day I will, and perhaps I'll just leave a gap in my thoughts for that to take place. So I was watching the football occurring, a good match, and then, like, suddenly, like, the ball went out, and I always, like, if a ball comes towards me, I always panic a little bit, because it means you've got to kick that ball back. I'm like, oh no, this is a test of masculinity, the ball's rolling towards me, I've got to kick it back. And, like, you know, whenever I kick a ball, like, you know, so, like, remember when I was young, as I was out with my dad relishes the opportunity if a ball bounces towards him, because he can do a magnificent pinpoint pass back to the people, perhaps, you know, after having flicked it up and kneed it about, bounced it on his shoulders and stuff. Me, I always hoof it skyward. It sort of always will go sort of vertical like that, or it'll spin off an angle, or like my foot will catch in the turf and my ankle will twist, and I'll sort of skitter about like a dolly bird on a broken heel. And like sort of, and when they saw me, and they saw my postal sack, right, and they goes to me, they goes, like, and I was watching the football, the ball comes towards me, I sort of hoofed it skyward, and then, like, you know, that person had to go and retrieve the ball from further away than it initially was before I got involved in the operation. And he goes, get back to your work, you scab! Do your work, you scab, you scab! And I was like, oh, sorry, I do apologise. How can I help? And they were the postmen on strike, playing football to keep spirits up, and they saw me with that red bag. I was hated, I was a scab.
How old were you?
18, 19. It's horrible being a scab. I hated it. Now I know a bit more about being a scab, I would never do it again. It's bad to be a scab. The miners, of course. Oh, what Thatcher done to them. Stockpiling coal, using army people in police uniforms. Terrible business. Crushed this country's economy in many ways and broke the spirit of socialism. But I contributed to it a little bit. But I'll tell you what was good is I got a free Frank Sinatra best of CD.
You didn't
sorry
get
if
a
that was
free one,
yours.
did you?
Oh no, I stole someone else's.
It wasn't like a perk for you.
I thought that was part of the job. Well, I'll tell you one good thing about being a postman, you get a big bag of stuff every morning. It's a real pick and mix of stuff. Book tokens. Oh no, I see your auntie's died, Carol. Never mind, on we go. Posting lovely letters, things
Once,
are getting better.
When I was, I did a paper round of, you know, like free newspapers. I used to get $7.50 a week for that. It's ridiculous.
That's good when you're a kid, $7.50.
Well, yeah, it's pathetic though.
That's all I got for the Furnace Gazette.
Once
I didn't even work for 'em.
I opened this porch door and there was a box of chocolates there with a post-it note stuck on it saying, thanks for everything, I really appreciate your help.
You can't have thought that was for you as a postboy.
Of course I didn't think it was for me.
So what happened next?
I stole the chocolates.
Oh! You stole someone's chocolates.
This is why I feel bad.
There's chocolates.
I left the post-it note right? So that person who'd done something really good for this other person must have opened their porch and seen a post-it note going, thanks for everything you did. Love from Dave, just that.
Here, take this post-it note, treasure it always, clutch this post-it note to your bosom, and know that I love you.
I know.
Feel free to use the gum on the back to adhere other objects to things.
I feel terrible, but you know when you're that, I think it's that age. You
You're
just don't
amoral.